but you can't tell me right now that you feel great about Georgia's receiving core, non-tight end version. You can't stand on the table and say that's an elite SEC group.
No, I agree. And what Arian Smith, who is, their speed guy that they've really been waiting on, has an ankle situation that has cost him some time in camp. A.D. Mitchell was good late last season, but look, I agree with that. But with Bowers, who functions as almost a wide receiver, and if Gilbert can go, and as far as I know, Darnell Washington's revved up and ready, right? I mean,
he's a lunar eclipse.
Yeah.
Man,
So you've got three targets for him. That if the tight ends are always open, he's got three guys that are always going to be open. And it'll be interesting to see schematically, what they're able to do to maximize that with Todd Monken, and what the formations look like, and how defenses are able to counter that, and what Stetson can do to occasionally take the top off to hit some of those wide receivers and give them a chance to make the play. And those things that you're talking about, whether it's limitations, schematic approach, number of targets, that's why Jermaine Burton took his national championship ring and moved to Tuscaloosa, so that he'd get more targets than he was going to get at Georgia.
Yeah, I'd be remiss if we didn't mention Ladd McConkey, who is going to catch 752 passes in the remainder of his career. Like he just seems like a Patriot slot receiver. He's just going to be around and annoying for a long time, because
he can run too, man.
Oh yeah, no, he can
run,
and he will move those chains.
Yes, he will.
He will move those chains. But I do. I'm fascinated by that game, because I was in Columbus last year when Oregon came in and picked the Buckeyes apart, and so and maybe that's without Kayvon Thibodeau, and I believe without Justin Flo, if memory serves me right.
That's right. So, you're right.
Oregon's talented. Like Mario Cristobal built a recruiting juggernaut there. I don't want to say nobody left, but they've kept a good majority of that talented core. They have a good offensive line. Like, I don't think the places where you think of an SEC team having an advantage, you can say this for Florida, Utah too. Like Georgia has up front some like overwhelming advantage in terms of heft and muscle. Like you may think if in a normal Pac-12 SEC matchup. And Utah obviously has, that program has been built quietly for 2 decades on just rugged, big, strong interior linemen who've been able to hold their own and dominate that conference, obviously, recently.
And also in that game, don't recall exactly how deep into the game it was, but even without Thibodeau and Flo, Sewell got kicked out too for targeting. I'm pretty sure he did. So
I actually don't remember that, but like we see a lot of games and there's a lot of names that flow through. I just remember Joe Moorhead running that little pitch play. It just gashed him for like 11 yards every time. And Ohio State had no answer. Like, it's funny that, we spent so much time talking about these games, covering these games, writing about these games. And then eventually games get distilled to like one memory, one thing in your mind, right? Oh, that's the fake punt game. That's this game. To me, that's the Ohio State had no answer game.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I looked it up quickly. He probably should have gotten run for targeting, but he got away with it, I think. But he might have hurt himself on the play too. He hit Olave, so
that rings a bell now.
Yeah,
that you say say that. All that said, for as poorly as Ohio State played, they had a pretty good chance to go over the top and tie the game late. Maybe they had 2 chances in the fourth quarter to go tie the game late. I think somebody dropped a kind of a go route on the outside. If memory serves me right.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.